Hello guys, Chinsun here. Today I'll be reading some entitled parents. Enjoy! How dare you be gay in my Christian building? Backstory, so I'm a college student and rent an apartment with my boyfriend. Thankfully we rent near college so we save a lot of money in transportation. This year we got moved to an apartment on the lower floor. The building has no elevator so it's a blessing. The building has two entrances. One in the 4th floor and one on the 1st. Being in a hill and all that. So now that we are on the 2nd floor, we use the entrance on the 1st floor. This is important, I promise. So we came back from shopping groceries and we ran into entitled mom and entitled daughter. Entitled daughter is a 15-year-old girl and entitled mom is your typical housewife. Short dye hair and resting bitch face. My boyfriend is damn cute, so he get quite a few looks and compliments once in a while. But more often than not. Girls detest once they hear him talk. He has the gay voice. Entitled mom, well, hello children. We are both 20, he looks younger and I look older. I didn't know we had new neighbors. Boyfriend, yeah, we used to rent an apartment on the 7th floor. Boyfriend, yeah, we used to rent an apartment on the 7th floor, but we got one in the 2nd now. Entitled daughter, are you single? She just said while leaning forward, trying to seduce my boyfriend with her inexistent boobs. Me? He's not. He has a loving boyfriend. Both entitled mom and entitled daughter changed their expression. Entitled daughter looked disappointed, but entitled mom, oh boy, she got as red as a lobster. Entitled mom, how dare you reject my daughter, you fucker? I will get the priest so he can kick you out of the building. Entitled daughter, are you sure you are gay? I can get a strap on if that's what you want. I kid you not. My boyfriend was shocked. He is very shy and socially anxious. So am I. But I don't tolerate bullshit. Me? Look, you can scream and cry all you want, but you can't make us leave. And if you keep harassing us, we can sue you for discrimination. Entitled mom, I will say you tried to rape my daughter and assaulted me. Let's see who they believe. My boyfriend hides behind me. This was one of those things he was scared of once we started dating and going in public together. Me, try us, but remember, the walls have ears and eyes. I point to the security camera that were installed on every floor. Entitled mom turns pale and grabs her daughter's arm and leave the building. I grab the bags with groceries with one hand and my BF's hand with the other. He's about to have a panic attack. We spent the rest of the day watching anime and eating junk food. We talked to the apartment owner about the incident and turns out that entitled mom is renting too. So he's gonna talk to her about that. We now use the entrance on the 4th floor again. I'm not a pedophile, your son hit me in the nuts. So I was in the mall yesterday, just minding my own business, walking when I see a kid, maybe 5 or 4, running in the hallway not paying attention to where he's going, because he was too busy watching his reflection on the glass panels of the store. At first, I didn't notice that he was heading straight towards me, and when I realized it was crashed. The thing is, I'm pretty tall, 185 centimeter, I think 6'1", but I'm not too sure, and the kid wasn't. He was a bit short of my hip, causing a nut crack. That made me fall to my knees, in what I could only describe as hell itself. The kid didn't seem hurt, I think, because he didn't go head first into my crotch. It was more of a headbutt. He only started crying when he saw me moaning in excruciating agony, which caused his mom to look up from her phone and to come check on her child. She took so long that I didn't know what to do with the kid, so I just tried to calm him down while trying not to cry in the process, patting his shoulders and reassuring him that I wasn't hurt. Biggest lie of my life. When entitled mom comes in and starts yelling at me. Entitled mom, get the fuck away from my child, you fucking pedophile. Me, I didn't do anything. I couldn't talk very well with all the pain. Entitled mom, kid's name? Are you hurt, sweetie? What did this pervert do to you? The kid was still crying, so the only words he could muster were, me, pee-pee, hurt, mister. And I again tried to explain myself, saying, your kid head-butted me in, when all of a sudden she sees me holding my balls and yells, Entitled mom, help, help, this pedophile's trying to rape my kid. I kid you not, she actually kicked me while still on my knees, causing me to fall to the ground. Thankfully, an employee from the store with the glass panels the kid was distracted looking at came to my rescue and helped me stand up and defended me while I recover. Employee, leave this man alone, he didn't do anything. Your kid hit his. She doubted for a second. Maybe because she didn't want to say testicles out loud, and then entitled mom interrupted again. Entitled mom, you liar, I saw the whole thing, this bastard. She tried to kick me again, but I moved. Was molesting my son, I want him in jail now. Employee, we have cameras, he didn't. Entitled mom, so you're on this too, eh? You're both going to jail. Before she could finish, I finally composed myself and replied with, me, shut the fuck up, bitch. I didn't do shit. I'm not a pedophile. Your son just hit me in the fucking balls. She actually looked scared for a second, see a guy 30 centimeters taller than her defending himself. I'm not very confrontational, and the only reason I yelled was to get the attention of a security guard, who then came and de-escalated the situation, moving us apart and asking what happened. At this point, the kid was calm enough to tell him the truth. That he felt bad because he hit me in the pee-pee, and he was sorry. After hearing that, entitled mom tried to justify herself, saying I looked suspicious, but that didn't make a difference and was thrown out of the mall. I didn't want to press charges because it was just an accident. And to be honest, I just wanted to sit down and put some ice on my balls. P.S. It still hurts. TLDR, kid accidentally headbutts my testicles and mother thinks I'm a pedophile when she sees him crying. Turns out he was just sorry, but it didn't matter because she was kicked out of the mall. Ah yes, the parent won't watch their kid but goes on their phone instead. Gotta love them. Hopefully OP is okay. Okay, before I continue on to the next post, this one is more of a serious one that really saddens me a lot. And I can almost relate with it on a personal level. Entitled mom causes son to commit suicide. Story from Korea, number 3. So yeah, here's another story from Korea. I am not purposely bashing on my country of origin. It's just that these type of stories happen to come from Korea. It is well known in China, Korea, Japan, and other Asian countries that holds a high regard for one's education. Attending high-tier university is minimal, and anyone who stopped after middle or high school is considered uncultured, stupid, or other nasty names. This means brutal study schedules, learning subjects that are beyond comprehension for the age, learning calculus in middle school, and trying to decide which college to get in during elementary. Now, most parents pushes their child for a better future, to have them live a life they couldn't, or to have them live in comfort for the rest of their children's lives. But sometimes they push children because they must continue the legacy of high-income family, or to have them as trophy children, as in their children's accomplishment is for their fame and satisfy their ego. Now, in Korea, every high school exams are unified, meaning everyone takes same exam suited for their year. So all freshmen takes the same math exam, science exam, English, etc., and same for juniors and seniors. The grade is made public, so parents and students can see everyone from first to last. This adds unnecessary competition, especially from parents. Our story is about one of the crazy parents. There was a mom of a teenage boy who pretty much tried to shape his son into her vision of perfection. Her husband hasn't been home for years after getting the family into a huge debt after stupidly falling for investment fraud. At that, entitled mom pushes her son so he can have better future. However, as time went on, she became obsessed with her son's success, treating as her own. Her son wasn't allowed to listen to music, play games, or participate in any sports because in her mind, they were holding him back. This caused her son to become a loner and subject of being bullied. The son was to report everything he was doing and where he was. After school, they were forced to spend hours at tutoring center, longer than any other high school students. Come home around 12 a.m. each night, study more around 3, go to sleep and wake up at 6. Now, the son was a high school senior, and during midterm he managed to land 10th place out of 300 plus students, which is an amazing accomplishment. But the entitled mom wasn't having any of that. Why is it so low? Are you trying to disappoint me? I told you to do better. What were you doing this whole time? This put immense pressure and stress on the poor kid. He was pretty much surveillanced 24/7 by entitled mom, and entitled mom cut off all forms of communication from family and little amount of friends the kid had. After a month or two, it is time for final exams. This time, he lands 3rd place. Surely this would make entitled mom happy, the kid thought. What he got from entitled mom was, "You call this an accomplishment? There's nothing to be proud of. How would I face my family now? You're an embarrassment. You have to take care of me after university and when I get old, not the other way around. You know my friend is bragging about her son being the 1st place. Why can't I have a son like her?" The kid had enough. He had no self-esteem, no goals in life, and no ambition for anything other than pleasing entitled mom. He was now down to 2 hours of sleep. On the day of Korean's version of SAT, entitled mom all of a sudden was nice to her son, treating him with huge breakfasts. "I believe in you, son." The son looked at her in disbelief, anger, and sadness. A few days later, he was found dead by hanging himself in his room. Taped to his body was a report of his score, a perfect score that would have gotten him in any university he'd choose, with a note simply saying, "Mom, are you happy now?" Entitled mom was shamed by the public. Her family disowned her for pushing their nephew and grandson to that point. And her husband returned to see his son dead and gave her a well-deserved slap across the face, saying, "I may have failed as a husband and father, but at least I didn't lead him to suicide. He was kind and gentle soul who yearned to be an artist, but you yell at him because it wasn't profitable." She was later prosecuted for child abuse, criminal negligence, and assist suicide. The court ruled out she wouldn't be going to prison, but would get 4 months of house arrest and lifelong monitored probation. The court stated her punishment would be the guilty conscience of what she did to her son. She is not allowed to kill herself to take the coward's way out, and will live in torment. She isn't allowed to go into hiding and must check in at specific police station every other day. TLDR, mom pushes son to be the best in school grades, and mental scarring causes him to commit suicide. I want to believe there's an afterlife, and if there is, I hope the son is happy now. And that the mom burns in hell. Anyways, that will be all from me for today. Sorry for ending it with a negative note, but it's the only story I've found on the subreddit that I could somewhat relate. As always, I'll be back tomorrow with more reads. See ya!